Our muscle car of the week this week is this sweet little 1967 Ford Mustang GTA K-Code 289 convertible. This week's car has a pretty unique story. Now, it's not the baddest or the fastest or the most rare 1967 Mustang ever built, but it is a K-Code, which means it has a 289 high-performance engine. Now, from a condition standpoint, this is like a nice driver restoration. It's got about 27,000 miles showing on the clock. It's a little rough around the edges, but we start to get into looking for specific cars when you get into collectible muscle cars. People want the low production numbers, people want the firsts, and now we're to the point where people are starting to seek out the last of a certain car built. And this one, according to the Marti Report, was the last 289 K-Code convertible produced at the San Jose Mustang plant. And that's significant because that's the same plant that made all of the 65, 6, and 7 Shelby small block Mustangs. So those cars are brothers to this one, and it rolled off of the same assembly line. The cool thing is that there is proof of this car being the last one built at that plant, thanks to the Marti Report. A company called Marti Auto Works has licensed the entire Ford database from the 60s on up, so they can research where each particular VIN number was made and all the options that that car came with, and the production sequence and date and all that kind of jazz. So they've determined that this one is, in fact, the last 289 high-performance Mustang made at that plant. This car's got one of those love it or hate it colors. It's called lime gold, and it's kind of like a green apple, but with some metallic in it. And it definitely looks like 1967, but I think it goes great with the white convertible top. So you might ask, what's so special about a K-Code Mustang? Well, in the serial number, you'll find the letter K, and if it's got a K, it means it's got the 289 high-performance V8 engine under the hood. And this particular one, in 1967, made 271 horsepower, over 340 foot-pounds of torque, and a 10.5-to-1 compression ratio. So in this lightweight Mustang body, there was plenty of power to go stoplight racing with this car. If you look at what is inside this motor, you will find beefier main bearing caps, larger diameter rod bolts, and special pistons designed to spin at higher RPM. The crankshaft was tested for strength and balanced. It's got a bigger harmonic balancer. It's got a 10.5-to-1 compression ratio with smaller chamber cylinder heads for higher compression. It's got a dual point distributor and a larger 595 CFM carburetor so that it'll breathe at higher RPM. And they added a few other touches which are kind of interesting. The fuel pump has an additional spring so that it can spin at higher RPM. The water pump has fewer vanes inside, making less resistance at high RPM. And even the alternator has an underdrive pulley so that at high RPM it doesn't overspeed and it's easier to spin. And that's something that a lot of people didn't think happened until the 80s. It was a very popular accessory on 80s and 90s GM cars. You could get an underdrive pulley for your Fox-bodied Mustang or Camaro, but Ford was doing this back in the mid-60s. They made the K-Code engine stand out a little bit too. It's got chrome valve covers, a chrome air cleaner, and the 289 high-performance sticker on it. But the package didn't stop there. It also has disc brakes, a beefed-up suspension for better road handling. The manual transmission cars have a race clutch in them, performance rear gear ratio. So the whole car was designed to be a high-performance car, and many of them were in fact raced. And it was interesting because Ford knew that these cars were going to get driven hard. So although you bought a brand new Mustang in '67, they only gave you a 3-month warranty instead of the 12-month that the regular cars came with. We've got more information about this particular car on our MuscleCarOfTheWeek.com website, and you can check out the Facebook page to see what we're up to for next week. And of course, the YouTube channel has a subscribe button. If you click that, you'll never miss a Muscle Car of the Week video.